Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Shadow, aka the Frozen Shadow Collector, and welcome to another Disney-related video on my channel. So, for today's video, guys, we are going to be going over the number of villain dolls that have been released within the past decade or so, and we're going to see which series have been getting the treatment, which series have not, and what can be done in the future and what are my hopes for the future in terms of 17-inch dolls, because every villain doll that we have gotten so far has been mostly been 12-inch dolls from the Disney designers. But of course, there happens a few exceptions, such as Tangled with Mother Gothel and whatnot. We also got a 17-inch Jafar at one point. But regardless, that is what we are going to be doing today. So if you are excited for that, be sure to hit that thumbs up down below right now. Hit that subscribe button for more content like this in the future. And let me know which villain do you think is deserving of getting the 17-inch doll treatment, and what are your hopes for in the future. So without further ado, guys, let's head on right into it. So, as you can see, I already did the data on my own time because I wanted this to be a different video, not like what I've been doing with my past two videos. If you guys didn't check that out, you could hit the link down below if you so want to, but otherwise, we are going to go right into it. So, I went on both the Ellie and the designer. As you may have guessed, I didn't really find any on the LE side of it. There have been like one or two of them maybe, but it mostly came from the designer side. So for Tangled, a total of three. One for the normal one, of course, Mother Gothel, and two for the designers. And Frozen, the two is really from the Disney designers. One of them was an exclusive for Disney 23 Expo, and the other was just a Disney Store version of it with her and her Let It Go dress. So yeah, it was Elsa and Hans. One of them was an exclusive, one was just a regular one. I just found it weird that the exclusive one was her in a royal gown. That was pretty weird. But regardless, we're gonna move forward. Snow White, it's 2 and 3, so there was two in the normal LE side of it, and then there was three in the Disney designer premiere side of it. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, that hasn't been much. Of course, it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone that Snow White got five of them total, really, because like, I mean, Snow White's like one of the earliest productions Disney has ever done, so that shouldn't be a shocker. Alice in Wonderland, uh, I mean, this really isn't too shocking considering that in my other videos that it kind of became clear they didn't do that much for Alice in terms of limited edition dolls. As you can see right here, literally there's only two right here, and there's two premieres right here, and three of those are villain dolls, which is very surprising. So literally there's just one Alice in Wonderland limited edition doll. Of course, the other one is with Queen of Hearts, I believe it is. And moving forward, we got Cinderella, so that ended up being three. One of them for, yeah, it was Lady Tremaine. Yeah, that was what it was. And then Lady Tremaine was also in the designer tab. One of them was for the heroes versus villains. The other one was for the Midnight Masquerade series. And then the Little Mermaid doesn't really surprise me. We only got one Ursula Ellie doll in 17-inch format. And then in the designer tab, we've got three of them. One of them was Heroes vs. Villains, one of them was Midnight Masquerade, and the other was Skinny Ursula, which is very weird to see. Grand total, there's only been 33 villain dolls, but once again, most of them have been from the designer tab. Alright, here we go. So, villains who I think are deserving of 17-inch doll format. First of all, can we get Claude Frollo, please? We are coming up on the 25th anniversary of The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which is later this month. And who knows what they're going to do for the anniversary? I mean, the anniversary, they could literally just do Esmeralda. I mean, they could easily do nothing if we're being completely honest with you. But I really hope they make the celebration for the 25th anniversary of Hunchback Notre Dame a big one, just so we can get Claude Frollo. Frollo is definitely deserving of a limited edition doll, period. I would love it for it to be a 17-inch doll, but if the only way we could get one is a Disney designer 12-inch doll, then so be it. I'm honestly surprised he was not part of the Midnight Masquerade series, considering that Esmeralda was part of the hero side of that. So why they didn't do Frollo, who really knows? But yes, for me, Frollo is definitely the number one that is most deserving. So the way I did this is like series are more likely to get limited edition dolls than the ones I actually want. Later on, we'll see the ones that I actually would like to see, but most likely won't happen. But regardless, Claude Frollo is deserving. I mean, he he is like the defining definition of villain in my opinion. Like he was such a douchebag in that movie. Second, so I put this in the main one, but this most likely won't happen because of Disney's relation with China. They don't want to upset them. So, yeah, Shan Yu most likely won't happen, but I would literally love it if they would make a limited edition doll of Shan Yu. I mean, they already made limited edition dolls of Mulan and Shang, so why not, right? I know that live action movie came out like what, a year ago or something like that, but like I really would love it if they would return to the cartoon version and give this man a limited edition doll. I would be satisfied with the 12-incher from Disney Designer, but I really do believe Shan Yu deserves a 17-inch doll. I mean, obviously he was one of those villains that wasn't like primarily a Mad Villain. He was kind of like a shadow villain up until the very end. But regardless, he is kind of the cause for everything that happened to Mulan because, Mulan basically went in to protect her father from going in. All of that stuff went down. But yeah, Shan Yu, in my opinion, definitely deserves it. Like, he does. I mean, look, occupation, warlord. What kind of occupation do you need to get a limited edition doll? Because if warlord doesn't qualify that, I don't know what does. Up next, we got Clayton. So, I'm going to do a video on this, but the movie Tarzan has been really underutilized in terms of limited edition dolls because Jane has a bunch of outfits, so does Clayton. So they could do a lot of things with that. For Jane, you can have her in that big giant English umbrella looking outfit that she wears in the first half of the film. You can have her in that casual clothing that you see when she's with Tarzan and showing him like all the human things. You can even have her in the end outfit, when she kind of like takes inspiration of Tarzan's customs almost for outfit there. So yeah, there's definitely a bunch of choices, but Clayton here, he definitely deserves one. I mean, like, obviously he's an animal killer, really, but I think he deserves one. Like, he definitely fits the role of a villain pretty well. I mean, his occupation is poacher, so he is definitely like a villain in my opinion. So why there hasn't been any clean dolls at all or Tarzan in general is beyond me because Tarzan was amazing. Like I don't I don't know. To me, Tarzan is one of those things that deserves more respect than it's been getting. But yes, Clayton is definitely one of them that I think deserves a limited edition doll. I really hope that in the future Disney decides to push forward with 17-inch limited edition dolls in terms of villains, because I think those would look a lot better than the Disney designers. I mean, the Disney designer villains aren't bad looking. It's just that the Midnight Masquerade series, it could have been better. And up next, Hades. So I know Hades got a Midnight Masquerade series doll, but that's a 12-inch doll, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm not a fan of it whatsoever. Cause the body of the 12-incher literally looks like they were aiming for Hercules and just painted it blue. That's literally what it looks like. So yeah, I very much so would rather have a 17-inch doll of this right here with this long cloak, not like torn, half torn right here, and like a full cloak right here with it going everywhere, like little tentacles, almost like Ursula has, but it's really smoke. Like that would look really cool in my opinion. So to me, Hades definitely deserves a 17-inch doll. You guys can let me know what you think down below. I know he technically came out recently, but I think they could have done better. in my opinion. Up next, Captain James Huck. So this one I don't think will happen, really, because they really haven't really paid much attention to Peter Pan, like at all in terms of limited edition dolls. I mean, we've got like one or two of them, I believe. I forget how many exactly. Let me just look at this chart real quick. Peter Pan. Oh, one. Never mind. Yeah, one. Okay. Yeah, because it was Peter Pan versus Captain Hook for the Heroes versus Villains set. Okay. So yeah, Peter Pan could definitely be another series that is deserving of limited edition dolls, but Captain James Hook, I do believe a 17-inch doll of him would look absolutely amazing. So you guys could let me know down below if you would be interested in Captain James Hook. Personally, I would. I think this would be awesome. I really hope they never do the live action version. I really hope not. I'm sorry, but that live action Peter Pan movie was, oh my god, bad. But moving on. Now, this is where we get to the the ones that are least likely to ever happen. So, Treasure Planet. Scroop. Scroop is definitely one of the big villains of Treasure Planet. Obviously, he's a henchman of John Silver right here, who basically was a pirate who disappeared and took all of his gold onto a whole planet, and he kind of locked himself in there, almost died. Well, no, he did die. He ended up turning into a skeleton. But yeah, Scroop. I don't know how they would do it, but I think it would be cool if they could actually manage making Scroop a limited edition doll. I mean, I know there haven't been any like animal-looking limited edition dolls, but I don't know. I think Scroop would make a cool one. I really do. I don't know how they would do it, but it would be awesome if they did do it. I mean, technically, Ursula is an octopus or a squid, but she has like an upper humanoid figure, so I guess that's kind of why she's able to look. And the upper hand of Scroop right here isn't exactly humanoid. It literally looks like a pencil crab. But yeah, I would love it if Scroop here did get a limited edition doll. And last but not least, this which could most likely happen. I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but we are coming up on the anniversary of Atlantis the Lost Empire. So, could this happen? It's a possibility. Will it happen? Maybe 40% chance of happening. I mean, Atlantis isn't exactly a series that they've given much love to in terms of merchandise, really. But I don't know. I really think this could work. I think Lyle would be a good suit for a limited edition doll. Would he sell well? That's the issue. So, at the end of the day, Disney is a money making machine, and all they really care about is money, more or less. But I don't know. I think with Lyle being a one of a kind, it would sell well. But yeah, I would honestly love it if they did explore Atlantis more, not just Lyle here. I'll probably do another video on that, but it would be pretty cool if they actually decide to make Lyle a limited edition 17-inch doll. Alright, so now the ones I actually would want, but I could live without if they didn't. So, Anastasia Tremaine. So, Cinderella's stepsister. I honestly would love it if Anastasia here and Drizella got limited edition dolls. It would be pretty awesome to have that whole family together, in my opinion. Because, like, they already did a Lady Tremaine. I think they did a 17-inch version of her. I don't exactly remember, but I know they definitely did Disney designer versions of her. But yeah, so to me, it would be awesome to have the whole family together. So if they do decide to do more on Cinderella villains, I would love it for these two sisters to get 17-inch limited edition dolls. You guys could let me know down below if you'd be up for that, if you'd actually be interested in purchasing 17-inch dolls of these two. I mean, I personally, I just want them just for the set, really. Just so I could be like, yeah, I got the whole family right here. And then we got John Ratcliffe. So, this most likely won't ever happen. Maybe it will for a Disney designer premiere doll, but outside of that, I don't see it ever happening. Pocahontas hasn't exactly gotten much love at all. I mean, we see it right here. What's Pocahontas? Pocahontas. There. We got one and then two. So yeah, Pocahontas isn't exactly a movie that gets a lot of the high life treatment. So yeah, John Radcliffe most likely won't ever happen, but it's just one of these things that I would love for Disney to do. I mean, I think this would make an interesting doll. I do think people would buy it, but once again, Disney's Disney, right? And then we got Honest John and Gideon. So I just pulled this up from Pinocchio's because I mean I thought Pinocchio would be a cool addition because I mean have they even done anything for Pinocchio? I think they did one. Was Pinocchio? Yeah, they did one thing for Pinocchio. So it would just be cool to add to that villain list and you know extend out the count for Pinocchio in terms of limited edition dolls. But yeah, it's not a must have, obviously. At least not to me, but it would be awesome if they did do this. You guys can let me know down below if you'd be interested in something like this or another villain from Pinocchio. But yeah, that's all I got for you for today. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for more content like this in the future. And let me know which series do you want to have more villains from in general, and what is your favorite Disney villain. So that's going to do it for me, and I'll see you all next time.